Hi Leo, Sandra from ForYourTree.com, and this is your monthly reading with me for February 2021. Welcome to it. How are you guys doing out there? I see a theme here that's already starting to manifest, and we're going to talk about that in a minute with regard to relationships. First of all, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you haven't hit the subscribe button and notification bell, please do. The subscription automatically enters you into a drawing where I draw one lucky winner every month to receive a free email reading with me with the cards of truth. And you're going to want to hit the notification bell because I announce that winner in one of the weekly readings and you never know which one, so you want to look at all of them and you have 7 days to claim your prize. Let's get to it. First house, where you're at right now, rest and rejuvenate. You have been working too hard, my Leo friends. And you're saying to yourself, what's new? Well, what's new is it's taking a toll on your body and your emotions, and your body is requesting respectfully a timeout. Okay? This message is echoed by the Goddess Oracle deck, Una, easy does it. Do not try to force things to happen right now. If they are not happening in the timing that you want, it's because divine timing is at play here. So don't push it too hard and don't push yourself too hard trying to make things happen right now. As I say this, I'm reminded to tell you Mercury goes in retrograde at the end of January when I'm recording this, January 31st. It lasts for 3 weeks. So if you feel like plans have been the universe has put the brakes on your plans, so to speak, it's definitely because Mercury's in retrograde. Okay, second house, finances and possessions. This is your money and your stuff, Leo. Solitude is the Four of Swords energy. It means taking a step back, meditating about things, and perhaps studying, researching new ways to make money, to invest or start up a small business, a side gig, ways to make your money work for you, ways to make your money better. Now, the energy here with this goddess message, Isis, is this situation is related to a past life. Now, for those of you Leos that share money with a partner or who get money from a partner, or your partner has access to your money, this is directly related to the person in that lifetime that you're dealing with money right now. This could be someone that you pay a monthly support to. Could be a child, could be an ex-partner that you pay support to, whether that's child support, spousal support, or both, certainly. And it could also be someone that you are partnered with in this lifetime currently. And I do see a relation to the second and eighth house here, and I'm going to go over that in just a minute. Third house, power. So this is your sibling, brother, sister, or anyone you would consider a sibling. Power does indicate that your sibling is challenged at this time in their life. However, they do have the power within them to overcome this challenge. Rhiannon is here to remind them that they are an extremely powerful being and they simply need to call upon that power and rely in that faith of the power. This is not the first time that your sibling has called upon it nor used it, and they're going to do so again. Perhaps you can give them the encouragement and the reminder about that. Fourth house, house of home. This is where you currently live, but for some of you, this is talking about your father rather than where you live. Moving on suggests coming out of the darkness into the light. Perhaps you are preparing to move or making plans to move to a better location where you would rather be. For others of you, this is talking about your father coming out of some sort of darkness, and he is going into a better place and space in his life, which is incredible. What is the goddess message here? We have Dana. She is the high priestess. So I feel like there is big energy that is ushering this move from the darkness into the light, whatever the message happens to be for you, Leo, whether that is your home, home life, home situation, or your father or father figure. Your fifth house. Fifth house rules social circle, also rules dating life for single Leos. Once in a while, a child will show up in the fifth house. Shadow is traditionally the moon card. Not really a lot of movement here. You could be involved with a Cancer, dating a Cancer, or you could have a friend that's prominent in the month of February that is a Cancer or heavy Cancer in their chart. Cancer is my specific zodiac sign related to this moon card. There also could be a little bit of lingering depression going on here. You know, it is February. When's the last time you saw the sunshine? Right? And especially since you're not having fun with your friends, because nobody's really doing that right now. It's kind of a drag for the Leos. However, we have a positive message here from the goddess deck, Butterfly Maiden, that talks about transformation. This is the cocoon stage that you're in right now. Very soon, the cocoon will open and a beautiful butterfly will emerge rather than the ugly caterpillar that you've perhaps been used to. This is, of course, is a metaphor for your life, previous, present, and future, Leo. Sixth house, work and health, emotional loss. This means there's a little something missing. Now, for most of you, this is going to be related to work. You're going to work on fixing this. For some of you, this is not related to work. This is related to your health department. So if you're watching this and it's in the month of February and you have had a health ailment, you are going to want to research this and try to fix this matter as soon as possible. Ma Wu is here to tell us all about this is your divine path and purpose. So while this card does indicate sending healing energy to this planet, you may be an energy healer, or this may be something that you're going to do in the future. You could actually find an alternative solution to your health problem if this is health related and share that experience with others who have the same problem. Okay, Leo, moving on to your seventh house of relationships, primary relationships. This could also be a business partnership for those of you that are involved in business partners. Okay, obstacles and challenges. So this is sort of what I saw the energy happening in your yearly reading, Leo, for 2021 for love. If you haven't watched that, I would highly suggest that you watch that so you know what's going to happen this year coming up with your love life. But this appears to be a pattern message that we're going to repeat in the months that contain 2021. Obstacles and challenges. It just feels like you're ramming your head against a brick wall, but for what? For what? And I'm saying for what because you're not getting what you want here. This is a block. And why is this a block? It's very clear when you look at these two cards together, Leo. Mary Magdalene appears out of the goddess deck to tell you, remind you, unconditional love. Remember to unconditionally love yourself and the other person regardless of the circumstances. What this tells me is this. Here, we have a case of classic incompatibility. Classic. Why am I saying that? Because you can't squeeze blood from a turnip. You want me to go deeper? A person cannot give you what you need. It's not even about what you want, it's about what you need. They can't give it to you, Leo, because they don't have it to give. It's not that they don't want to give it to you, it's that they can't. And that is what incompatibility in relationships is. It is most likely in the astrology chart. I would highly advise you to go get something called a composite chart done. I think it's like $15 or something like that. It might even be less than that on Cafe Astrology, but you have to know the exact time that you were born, use your birth certificate, and the exact time the other person was born, use their birth certificate. Otherwise, it's because the relationship charts are cast by the ascendant, not the sun sign. So you won't get an accurate read, is what I'm saying, if you don't have the exact time of birth for both of you. The 8th house, I feel like for some of you, the 2nd and 8th house go together, and really the 7th house, especially if your money is tied up with a partner or an ex-partner here. But in this case, it's talking about a current partner, unless your ex is taking you back to court to get more support. Okay? 8th house rules your partner's money. It also rules taxes, contracts, and legal matters, which is why I'm saying that about taking you back to court. If you have a tax issue or one pops up, if you have a legal issue or one pops up, this is the panic card in all of these situations. Now, this 8th house does rule the intimacy department too, so you could be having some sort of freak out about that. For those of you who have past trauma, and you may need to seek counseling advice if that happens. Or maybe you already seek counseling advice and you need to have an extra session. If that's true, you know, just file this in the back of your mind. But this is definitely the phobic, you know, somebody or some situation is triggering you here, and this is the freak out card. A lot of times there is no foundation really to freak out, but you are being triggered nonetheless. If you are being triggered and the fear is real, Arisura is here to tell you out of the Goddess deck that you are blossoming. Let me give you an example of this. If you have a partner, spouse, someone who brings in income to you, and all of a sudden that income is taken away for whatever reason. It could be a breakup, although I didn't pull the death card, so if it's a breakup, I don't see it happening in February, or if it does happen in February, it doesn't appear to be permanent for most of you, right? And that income goes away. Just know that you are blossoming. This is a transition period, much like the butterfly card, Butterfly Maiden, that we pulled in the 5th house. Do not panic. Everything is working out fine. You're going to reach for your power. It's going to work out. 9th house, travel and higher knowledge, awareness, says you already know what move to make, but you haven't done it yet. This could be a trip that you've been planning, but you haven't purchased the tickets yet, or something like that. This, for those of you that are thinking about going back to school, same message. You haven't signed up, but you know you need to. Wow, you pulled the medicine woman here, Ixnal. So this is a message about you are a channel for a divine healing power. Didn't we just talk about energy healing in this reading a couple of houses ago? I believe we did. Some of you may be signing up to do energy healing in school. Some of you may go on a trip and encounter an energy healer, or you may go on a trip with the express intention of booking a session with a Reiki person while you're there. Awesome message, you guys. 10th house, stand your ground. Here we go again, but it's in the 10th house, you guys. Get this card every month, don't you? 10th house rules your career, also rules your mother. There may be some reason you need to stick up for yourself and your convictions at your job. Your mother, for others of you, may need to stand up for herself, or you may need to stand up for yourself against your mother for some reason coming up in February. What is the reason? Coventina is here to talk about purification. So this is energetic purification, I feel like. You may need to cut someone out of your life at your job or career-related situations, someone who is toxic. Your mother may need to cut out someone who is toxic out of her life, or if your mother is toxic, then there you go. Self-explanatory, right? 11th house rules the children, spiritual strength. Wow, Leo, they are feeling challenged too at this time. This card indicates that they have everything within them to overcome this challenge. This is not their first rodeo. They're going to get through it. They're going to have your help. Endings and beginnings. This is a big deal. So something in their life might be going away. They might feel saddened by this. However, you have to have the conversation. Probably again, the Sound of Music is coming to mind, where the Lord closes a door, somewhere a window opens. So you may need to be the teacher that brings that piece of advice and wisdom to them. Okay, so 12th house. This is a warning. This summer coming up, we're in February, so it would be early summer, March, April, May. Look for this in May. There is a financial pinch coming to a pocket near you, Leo, in May. What does this mean? Now, you may have an extra expense that you were not expecting, certainly. Also, this could mean that your job is tightening up their expenses. Your salary may be reduced. You may be expecting a bonus that doesn't happen. Any possibilities are on the table for May, depending on where you're at with this, Leo. I would combat this energy as soon as possible by saying your positive money affirmations as many times as possible, even starting in February. And I would also put a little extra money away for a rainy day. It's best not to make major purchases right now or between now and then if you can help it. However, the goddess energy is here to say, Yemania, the Brazilian goddess, right, is here to say a golden opportunity presents itself regardless of this. So pay attention to the opportunities that you get, and this could certainly even be divine creativity in that you get some sort of aha moment and you already know how to fix this. Going back to your second house and what we discussed, Leo, about adding some extra income, a side gig, a side business, implementing those ideas, even if they're small steps every day, right, to try to create more abundance in your life right now, to soften the blow. Okay? All right, so that's it for you guys. Please check out my 2021 forecast for Leo and also your rising or sun sign if you are an ascendant of Leo that are watching this video. Thank you so much for being here with me. Many blessings to you, Leos.